Fritosport is now live. Streaming games plus demos, Fritosport Racing Team.
We're doing a Nords 24-hour quick test. Just take a look, see how things might get started on the way. And then we hope to, in the coming days, also go to practice run for NEC official series. Where we might be driving something like a Porsche Cup car or TCR. We're not entirely sure what we want to go with yet as far as those go, but yeah, we've created AI roster to kind of represent that physical promotion and so special events and aside from we also need to start prepping for GTP fund. We're writing some for the Road America 500.
Double check your car setup.
Radio check.
Why? I think we're just going to
It's time to join the grid. Double check your car setup. You have 30 seconds to join the grid.
You know what? Let's just go for it. So we are on the grid.
Una vuelta para el inicio. Tu fila es la izquierda. Pits cerrados.
Okay, we have the AI cars here. GT3 in front of us. GT4.
That's pole. 15 minutes.
Actually, Porsche Cup. So it's GT3, Porsche Cup, GT4, and then TCR behind us.
Follow car number 96. Left lane.
So here we are. We are on the grid now. We have a Porsche Cup car next to us. Surprised there's a McLaren in this field. I thought I had taken them out of the GT4 category. We also need to get our other buttons set up for the lights, the weather report, damage report, in-car settings, relative. Things should be pretty well set though with this setup. We'll see how things pan out here. So this should be the 24-hour layout. We will have to double check on layouts. I'm pretty sure the 24-hour layout is the combined 24-hour, and then for the NEC, I believe it's the VLN layout, which is a bit different. So big thanks to Chris Schulteis for letting us know about those differences in the layouts, and also letting us know what car classes are available for NEC so we could get a roster created. I think those races will be coming up here this month of, or at the end of March here. So this weekend, actually. I think Neil is running in that. I'm not sure if Chris is running in it already this weekend. With Neil is running. I know Chris is probably targeting a Porsche Cup car. Neil's in a GR86.
Be ready, watch for the lights. Go,
Green
go, go.
flag.
15
Let's
minutes
go.
left, that's 15 minutes.
Three wide, you're in the middle. Clear all round, right side. Still there. Clear right.
Cold tires, cold brakes. That was a bit of a lunge, but we got through it.
On your right. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right.
Libre.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear right.
Libre derecha.
Little afraid that we're ahead of a couple of Porsche Cup cars. We were very late on the brakes.
The gap to west behind is now 1.2.
Hopefully they get past us before we head into the Nords VLN section of the track.
Left side. Clear left.
Come on, get around us, Ashley. Brian Holmes is still there.
On your right. Clear right.
Liberada.
John West is near too. He's in our class.
Come on, don't make it easy for him. Make him go the long way round.
Okay, we're fighting with John West back there in our class. We know there's still a Porsche Cup car coming up back there, but he seems to be falling back. I'm not sure why. Okay, looks like we got a good run away from John West, so that's good. He's still coming.
gap to west behind is now 0.25.
Fuel. Relative.
Ten minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Car right, clear right.
Libre.
On your left. Clear left.
Izquierda.
Okay, the Porsche Cup car finally got around us, nice and safely. Good job.
Yellow
Watch
flag.
out. Yellow flag.
GT3 car off, I guess. Seems to be cleared now. So he's moving again. Must have had a spin in the carousel.
Stick to the plan. Don't be intimidated here. You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine.
Come on, come on. This is too close for comfort.
The white flag is out.
Una para triunfar.
You're now in the lead. Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. One more lap for the win. Come on. That's 5 minutes remaining. P1, come on, bring it home. He's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up and stay smooth.
Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Come on, keep pushing.
Fuck, man. Come on. What are you gonna... Ridiculous. Alright, let's go charge. Guess that's all we can do. Went from first to sixth. How ridiculous, man. Let's push now, I guess.
The gap to Nash ahead is now 0.9.
On your left. Clear left.
Izquierda.
You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Libre.
Car left. Clear left.
Nash is getting closer. The gap is now 0.7. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Hay un coche lento delante. Coche detenido en pista. Va lento por tu izquierda.
On your right. Clear right.
Minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
Right side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Well, P3.
P4.
We got spun
okay,
from
we're done.
P4, I guess. Damn.
Muy bien.
Alright, we'll be back.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Double check your car setup.
That's the end of the session, P5.
It's time to join the grid. Double check your car setup.
Muted speed-based wind.
The track temp is 72. The air temp is 78 Fahrenheit. 15 minutes. Follow the safety car in the right column. Watch for the lights.
title win.
Alright, we're back again. First we ran a Nordschleife 24 quick race test in the car we plan to drive, if it's going to be available for the Nordschleife 24 on May 18th, and that would be the AMG GT4. For the NEC official races, not the special event, the official races, we plan to run Porsche Cup car possibly. We'll get out there and see how it goes. This is a test and just a quick AI test. We're going to see how things pan out here. Like I said, we have some busy things to do today, so this is probably the last thing we'll be doing today. Then tomorrow morning we do have a 9 a.m. posted race that we'll be doing that at the Nordschleife 24 with the AMG GT4. We'll make sure that everything is sorted out for that session. The roster should be set, and hopefully this one is also set as well with what we need. But yeah, I mean, not expecting too much. I haven't driven the Porsche Cup car much here at all. It's been quite a while, probably a year since I've driven it on the 24-hour or the VLN layout also. So I don't remember much about the VLN layout. We've been running the 24-hour layout lately as we shake down the AMG GT4. We haven't done anything in the Porsche Cup car, but let's see what happens. So here we go.
Double check your car setup.
Potter, radio check.
So let's see what happens here for the NEC. We're in the Porsche Cup car.
Sin cambios previstos en el clima.
Pit lane speed
Watch
limit
your
is
speed.
60 kilometers per
Go.
hour. Pit exit's clear. We've got 7 minutes to set a lap.
This is qualifying. Just so we get used to the layout. Instead, the 24-hour layout goes to the left. This one uses more of the stadium section, it looks like.
Pro tip, don't break into T1.
I'll try not to. Started locking up already. The ABS is rough because there is none on this car. So there's no ABS, no traction control in this car. I'm having a tough time. It seems to be understeering a bit with this NEC setup. We used it in the Rick Motec Ringmeister series before it became a fixed series. So that was just the first season of it, but now we're gonna see what happens. Haven't had any practice really on the VLN layout. But we'll see if we can get around the Nordschleife. We just drove the AMG GT4 around the 24-hour layout for the Nords 24. Just as a quick test, it was only a 2-lap race that I did just to simulate and get a feel for the setup we're going to use. But obviously the GT4 car is totally different than this car. This is a point and shoot, but careful with the throttle, careful with the braking. Little kick of the throttle definitely helps to settle the car down when you're braking. Balance the car back out over all fours. A bit of a lift to turn in as well. Gotta be careful with the curbs. But yeah, this is just a quick qualifier. I doubt we'll get the time in, but I need to get the time in the car at least. Okay, it's gripping up better now. Cold tires for sure. 65 degrees, 68 degrees, I think, when we first got on track.
Full send, never lift.
I'll probably die if I do that. Bit nervous for these fast sections. It is working pretty well though. I probably could have stayed in 6th gear there. There we go. This is a lot of fun though. I love this track, you know, and anything really. We've done it in Skip Barber cars, Lotus 49s, all sorts of things.
5 minutes
GT3
remaining,
cars.
5 minutes left.
So yeah, for sure we won't be able to get a qualifying lap in, but definitely want to get the feel of the car through specific sections. Here it's good to know we can stay in 2nd gear and power out. Whoa, there we go.
I've got
Too
like
much power.
15,000 laps here. I hear that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love lapping at this place, you know. Obviously I can't stay on the throttle in those tight corners because we just spin it up. Luckily we didn't hit anything, but now I know that you can't just fully commit on that exit. Car can be unsettled too. I tend to touch the curbs. That's awesome you've done so many laps on here, man. We'll be hosting a lot more leading up to the race, you know. Like I said, we're going to be doing the Nordschleife 24 as a team. We're probably going to do 8 to 12 drivers, honestly, over a 24-hour period in that AMG GT4. And then the NEC races are 4-hour races and a 6-hour race for the official series, where we can pair up with a couple drivers and ooh, can't be locking up in there. Not sure what the brake bias I have set. It was feeling pretty good. I just got to brake a little earlier. But yeah, if you want to run with us in the 24-hour, let us know. Or pair up with somebody for the shorter official races, not the special event. That'd be good too. Those can be run solo as well for 4 hours, and then there's one 6-hour
Haha,
run.
seriously? You messing with me?
Yeah. I mean, we're planning to get 8 to 12 drivers. We've done it in the Ferrari GT3 before, but we only had like 3 drivers, and it was just way too much to take on for 24 hours. I was dead after that race. So for the upcoming one on May 18th, the 24-hour, we'll probably do 8 to 12 drivers. You know, people can run one stint. If we need more, that's fine. It all depends. I just put up a spreadsheet to have drivers that are interested put their name in there so I can add them to the Fritosport Enduro team. And then, yeah, we'll be hosting practices so we can get used to the setup and work together all the way up to come race day, you know. So May 18th will be race day for the Nords 24. The first race of the NEC official series is this weekend, I think, and we have Neil McDougall and Chris Schulteis. They'll be running some cars in there, I think GR86 and for Neil and his friend, and then Chris will be in the in this Porsche Cup car. But yeah, check out the Discord. We've been posting there in the Fritosport Endurance one.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Had to scroll up a bit. I'm guessing you were talking to Yuba about that.
Yeah, I was. How you doing, Terry? Good to see you stop by. For some reason, Twitch text-to-speech isn't telling me the usernames anymore, so I just got to take a little peek through the
I'm
headset.
not driving in an Enduro low.
Yeah, no worries, Terry.
Yeah, I figured it out. D.
Dude, I'm glad to hear you, though. Good to see you're in here. I'm just, like I was saying earlier, I got stuff I got to do around the house today, and then got to do some taxes and do some cleanup around the yard and things like that. But, you know, I always love jumping out on this track and just, it's kind of therapeutic sometimes. This is a quick qualifier, but not going to make the qualifier. The checkered flag is going to come out before I can get another lap in. So we'll probably just go to the grid and start this race, and it's going to be a 15-minute race, so probably 2 laps, just to see how, if I can get the Porsche Cup car around this track and see if it can hang on. But yeah, dude, I'm glad to hear from you, Terry. Hope everybody's doing well this weekend, and hope you guys are having a good Friday.
Is the 24H coming up?
Yeah, well, in May 18th is when we're going to run. But that NEC, you know, that official series that... Oh, I'm going off. Whew. Didn't break enough for that one. But yeah, the NEC official series, you know, where it's the championship is only on this track, and the races are 4 hours long, and then there's one 6-hour one in the middle of the series. That's starting this weekend, I believe. So there's a couple guys running in that. And we might do some of those, but I know I can't this weekend, so I'll just hop into a couple. I'm not going to do the full championship. You know me, I don't run officials that often. But for sure, we want to run the Nordschleife 24 on...
Nice GL, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll be running in May 18th for the Nords 24, 8 to 12 drivers, I hope. And then before that, you know, next month is Road America 500, and that's just like a 4-hour race, I think, and we're going to drive the Nissan GTP ZXT. So that should be some good fun. So we're going to go to the grid here. No times are being set.
I think my team was going for back-to-back this year in the 24H.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a good team, man. I see Flo every once in a while streaming. But yeah, man, those liveries were pretty awesome. You guys had a good, solid team. Some fast guys there. I was going to tell you too, lately with my wife and my daughter, we've been getting into playing some Ghost Recon Wildlands and Strange Brigade. I know I told you about that one, but yeah, it's been fun playing with them as well. Getting into some of those games, you know,
yeah?
To change it up.
Wildlands was fantastic.
Yeah, we've been having some fun. Of course, we're still figuring some of the stuff out, man. Been blowing each other up. But yeah, Wildlands is fun. I like the whole open, you know, the open map sort of feel, and the fact that you can choose missions and things like that. That's been pretty neat. So yeah, nobody
I had
set
like
a
every
time.
item from the store. Attack
Oh,
chopper.
did you? Dude, like, yeah, I was
One
trying to
would be
figure out the
gunner.
controls.
I'd be pilot. Op.
Yeah, see, that's fun, man. I really like that game because you can just run around. You can do little missions, side missions, main ones, and then there's times we come in a little over our heads, right, and get have to retreat before we get killed. It's crazy how things can escalate so quickly in that game, but it's a lot of fun for sure.
Trolling friends by parachuting out midair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Like I say, we're starting out in it, so it's gonna be neat. We also thought about doing the Division 2 together. So basically we have my rig PC, and then we have a media PC nearby, and then my daughter has her PC in her room. So then we just have all three of us on different PCs. And it's been good fun. Alright, let's see. Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D. That would be the
Loved
TCR.
all those games in co-op with the family. You have chosen wisely.
Yeah, dude, and let me know if you have any other, if you can give me any advice on any other games, you know, I'd be happy to take it. Now we just need to get some hard drive space, you know.
Enshrouded.
Enshrouded, that's a good one? Okay. I'll have to look that one up. It's on Steam, I'm sure, right? And I was finding some of the games on sale,
If you're
you
into
know.
survival/RPG games, yeah,
Okay.
Steam.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it, see what the girls think. But yeah, it's nice to have some
It's like
variety.
survival game for people who don't like survival games, lol.
Oh, that should work out well then, because usually, you know, I like survival games. You see me play some, but then I think the girls aren't that much into them. I think they did more State of Decay stuff here and there, just, you know, quick fun, easier to jump into rather than like
Doesn't waste your
DayZ.
time grinding 10 hours to build a house.
Nice. That's very important then for us, because we don't have that much time, but it's nice to jump into something and still get that feel, right? Man, nobody's out of time, so is it gonna just wait for everybody? It might. How much fuel do we have on board?
Food just gives you buffs, not keep you alive. Easy to jump up tiers and weapons.
Oh, okay. That's good then. We threw a little extra fuel at the car.
Still early access though.
Oh, it
Level
is?
cap of 25, but we did absolutely we were family addicted to it.
That's awesome though, you know. That's nice when you can get the whole family involved in playing those games, man. That's what I'm
It's
hoping we
time to
do.
join the grid.
All right,
Double check your car setup.
let's go to the grid and let's see if I can survive Porsche Cup
En una verde
here
vamos
at
a tener vuelta.
Nords.
No, al revés.
GL.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. You know, it's just with AI right now. This is very early testing here.
Didn't your boys tell you that you can't race around AI?
Oh, they always do. I should start a countdown or start a count on how many times they say fucking AI on the
You're in pole.
in the races,
15
right?
minutes.
But I don't mind them, you know. I had the stream just before this one was
Exactly.
AMG
Follow car
GT4.
number 30.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it out. Ooh, gotta remember no traction control, no ABS. Gotta remember that. So we are right behind the GT3 cars, and we're in Porsche Cup cars. Then we have, I'm assuming, GT4. So it's GT for the NEC. This is NEC roster that I made. So we have GT3, Porsche Cup, GT4, TCR, I think, and what's the other one? GR86. So there's GR86s there. I don't think we'll be able to catch any of them in 2 laps, but you know, they're on the grid, so.
Wild to see how many cars they can have in a single session now.
Yeah, it's pretty neat,
Different
isn't
car
it?
types, that
Right,
is.
right. I think it's 12 right now, so, and they're hoping to increase it more, and you know, a lot of these cars are going to have to get the wet tires for the rain. So if we're going to have Nordschleife at 24 in the rain, the car's got to get those tires soon. So we'll see what kind of updates come. I mean, they have until May, right? I mean, we're not even into April yet. And I did try to practice some at Road America for the Road America 500 in the GTP and GTO, and man, that's going to be a tough race.
24-hour in the rain. I retired at the right time. F that.
You sure did, dude. You sure did. Sebring in the rain, man, it was tough. My stints were in the heavy downpour, and we came away with P4 and P5, but I could have had P3, I think. I think we could have brought P3 home, but I screwed up. Luckily, everybody was understanding.
Damn, nice dude.
I appreciate it, man. But yeah, it was a lot of patience, honestly, and then just choosing the tires at the right time, you know, whether to go on wets or to go on dry, and kind of offset the pit sequence. So I got to remember cold tires here in this Porsche and brakes and all that stuff. At least we're with the GT3 cars. So here we go. They're going to go soon, I'm sure. They're going to go right about now.
Get ready. Time to focus.
I heard 8 tires stops better than 4 into turn 1.
Yeah, relative.
Green
Green,
flag.
green.
Let's
15
go.
minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
Three wide, you're in the middle.
Oops.
Clear left.
I was
Clear
hoping, I was
around.
trying to brake.
Elon derecha.
Didn't mean to turn them.
Yeah, like that.
Right? I'm sure they'll come right back. It's hard to get, with the cold
Ones and
tires, it's hard to
zeros.
get the
He
car to
doesn't
rotate.
care.
That's right. Don't have to apologize to AI, right? But we do have some Porsche Cup cars here. Got to try to defend the inside a little. Got to be cautious on these wet tires. I mean, cold tires.
Enabled speed-based wind.
Ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those
It's
exits.
weird. I love watching this but still have zero desire to do it.
No, I hear ya. For me, a lot of the Nords life is just being able to drive the track, you know, kind of like the stuff you mentioned, like just being able to get better and better at just being one with the track and the car. I don't really
Yeah.
care for having someone
Personal
right on my rear,
progress.
you know? Yeah, dude. I mean, that's, you know, like I said before, when I started sim racing, a lot of it was rallying and being on my own. And I think that's probably why I don't mind the AI, because I feel like I'm just trying to progress and just make the right decisions and moves and improve
I
in what
stopped
I'm
having
planning.
noticeable personal progress a while ago.
Yeah, and that can feel rough too, you know?
Without the time investment going way up.
Right. I feel like after those AM championships, I just hit a wall. And some people, you know, it's tough. I mean, for me, it was tough also. I started feeling really down about it. And then I had to rethink things like, what goals do I have to set now? What am I going to feel? What do I feel good about? And what can I accomplish so I feel a progress?
Exactly. What makes it a
Gap 2.
successful
Simpson
race?
behind is increasing. It's now
Yeah, it's
1.2.
tough, dude.
Running around in 14th can be depressing.
Well, and I can imagine more for someone like you who had accomplished so much and was up in the pros and, you know, doing great things, to where going into it, I sort of knew that I was gonna, I don't want to say I was gonna peak at being an AM champion, but
But
peaked,
also the
and
most
then,
growth happens running around in 14th.
yeah, and that's the other thing too, like the way I look at it is, you know, if I can improve a little bit and the racecraft, you know, if that gets better, that's important. But yeah, at the same time, like, I think that's why I can run this. You know, when I did the Ringmeister series, I think I only did 2 races here, but a lot of it was me committing to doing the time trials, right? No yellow flag.
Stick
Well,
to the plan. Don't be intimidated here.
so yeah, a lot of this was committing to doing time trials and just improving, working with the setup and working on my own driving lines and just seeing the time come down. And while the gains were minimal, it was something that felt good, you know what I mean?
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now
So that was something that
73
was
Fahrenheit.
important to me.
Those
And
minimal gains can be long-term consistency though.
yeah, you're right. And that's the thing, like I feel like sometimes that has helped me do better in these races here where I have more patience. I might not have the pace, but I have the patience and I can keep the car safely out of walls. Sometimes get close calls like that. And then, you know, but like right now, it's, you know, it can be stressful having P2 right on my rear throughout this whole lap, to where I would much prefer to see.
Right side,
I would
no
much
right.
prefer to focus on getting through the line better, right? Getting the line right. And I knew I braked way too late for that.
Especially when you know one exit is all it takes.
Right, exactly. But yeah, I love it when
That's
you can
such a
string
tough
together.
skill to learn, how to lead.
Oh, dude, you're telling me I don't get to lead that
It's
often.
easy to chase.
Yes, it sure is, because you can back things up, right? And you can kind of
You've got
see
10
where
minutes
you
left,
can get a
10 minutes
run.
to go.
It's much easier. The whole
Gap
leading
2.
thing, man,
Simpson
that's new to
ahead is
me. So
increasing. It's now 2.4 seconds.
The tendency is to charge a corner too hard.
yes, yep, because you got somebody right on your rear. So
Instead of backing it up slightly. If they hit you, they hit you.
Exactly, and then you're done, right? So that stuff makes it really tough. And then popping out of here, man, I just threw away the carousel. But yeah, that's the thing.
But
I
if
mean,
you execute, you get the exit.
right. It's tough. I have a hard time leading and being consistent. It's so much easier when you're leading, right? To miss those, to not hit your marks just right. To where you're chasing, you can kind of see what they're doing and you can anticipate things a little better.
Requires
it gives you a
insane
focus.
patience and discipline. Or just a lot of time doing it low.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I mean, there's other things out there, man, that if this was a job, then maybe, but then sometimes when you turn these things into a job, it takes all the fun out of it as well. I mean, you see so many race car drivers that like to pull away from this stuff, right? When they're not doing it, they're actually having a good time, and I've never wanted a hobby to become a job, right? Even running a team or doing a lot of stuff like this can feel like a job, and sometimes you have to disconnect. Like, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to mowing the lawn today, doing some things around the house and hoping for the weather to get better, you know?
I
Looking
had some
forward to
great
take the
fun
dog
at
out.
those AI races and the league races with the bigger boys.
Yeah. I mean, there's good fun to be had, right? And then
But man,
sometimes at certain
different
moments.
level of stress, too.
Oh, I'm sure. I can't imagine the stress you came into in some of those pro championships. You know, it's like, while the Radical series, I was a little bummed out that I got crashed out a few times. You know, towards the middle and the end of it, it was kind of like, felt like some of that stress and anxiety was kind of lifted off my shoulders, because knowing I didn't have that much of a chance or couldn't defend like a championship, going into it was kind of like, okay, let's just see what happens.
Yeah, not much to lose.
Right?
You're
Yeah.
halfway home. Your fuel is fine.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that helps. Jeez, Brian Simpson pulled away, man, like 7 seconds. But yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes just getting out here and driving, it feels like a long stage rally. And when you wind up on your own, it's like you can just focus on getting
That
those
fight
lines.
with Reinhardt all season was mega.
Yeah. I mean, you did an awesome job. And it was awesome to see.
We'd never beat each other by more than like a tenth per lap.
It was wild. It was definitely wild. But, you know, that's when, like, you start analyzing and practicing and everything is raised, right? And that's the thing for me. When I won championships, I was practicing probably 4
The
times
white
a
flag
week.
is out.
Buscar el triunfo.
So practicing like 4 times a week really, it takes a toll, you know, on your daily
Gap
life,
behind is now 3.7 seconds.
especially when
P2,
it's
last lap. Bring it
just
on
for
home.
one series.
Uldis, too. When you start to get a group of guys all capable of winning.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Time investment starts going up.
yep. And it's tough, man. Then like any little thing that messes you up out there on track, man, it can be so
Or you don't
stressful.
prepare and then kick yourself if you don't perform.
Yes, exactly. You think, oh, it'll be all right, but then really it's not. So it's a double-edged sword, right? It's nice to get the results, but at the same time, it's at what cost? Hard to find the balance too, you know, and you don't want to get burnt out, but it happens. And sometimes you get that relief where I've seen guys, you know, take championships and then walk away for a while or for a couple seasons, and I understand it now.
Yup. When it's stressful just to try to force yourself to
Run out of
practice,
track limits.
not good.
Keep it between the lines.
Exactly. Because, you know, we all start doing this, I think, for fun, right? So when you realize that it's not, that it's becoming a job and you feel like you have to perform, it's rough. I probably should have stayed in 5th there. But yeah, it's like
What's
I'm having
funny
fun
is
right
I
now,
never
you know?
liked racing real people. I only did offline.
Yeah, so many of us do that, you know, and like for me, I don't mind those AI races, you know. You can dial them in and you can still have fun, and But I really have hated when I've seen championships turn toxic against people. When people get so competitive that you lose the respect, and that's not cool. And I've seen it happen a
Watch
few
out.
times.
Yellow flag.
Oh, is somebody off up here?
Oh
Nope,
dude,
I guess not.
I've got stories that I won't share, lol.
Oh, I know a couple, man, and I've seen it with some, with some of my friends,
Some of
like,
the messages sent to me and told to me.
dude, yeah, that's what sucks. Like, when you see that stuff, you go, wow, like, I thought this was respectful competitiveness and still fun, But then you realize, like, man, some of these guys are taking it too seriously. Like, there's no big money, big prize on the line. You're not, like, it's not your life earnings. It's not your, I don't know how to say it, but it's like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we all want to be competitive,
Entire
right?
self-worth wrapped up in performance of a video game? SMH.
Right, exactly. I mean, I get emotions and I get frustrations and all that, but when it comes down to it, like, if you start attacking people, man, like, we're humans, we should be. When you go to the racetrack in real life, I mean, a lot of it used to be like, we supported each other. It was like a family, you support each other. You want to help the other guy get back out there. But then when, like, in sim racing, it feels like sometimes people, like, cheer for somebody having a hardware failure, to where in real life, you saw somebody have a failure on their car, you would possibly, you wanted to beat them on the track, and in a respectable manner, so you would try to help them get back on the track. To where here you'd see people cheering for somebody having a hardware failure rather than saying, oh dude, let's help you make this next round, So, and that's where you notice, like, the respect is gone. So it's tough. It really makes you think and see how people can.
The amount of people who love to see me lose or make mistakes was hilarious.
Well, that's what's sad about it, right? Because, I mean, you did so much for the community when I was there. I mean, dude, you
Win
brought
100
some great
races.
things.
Not a peep. Make a mistake? Hear about it for a month.
Oh, I know. Even on my small scale, I know. And I didn't care for that kind of pressure, So it's, try to stay humble, but still, man, it's like, wow. You can have a good run. And I remember you were there a little bit when some demands were said when I was having a little bit of success. And I mean, like I said, I'm on a small scale, man. Like you and Arrow, and I've seen other people have some hatred come your guys' way, and I really didn't like that. It's too bad that kind of stuff happens, man. To me, I think if somebody feels that way, they just need to work harder to catch up and make a difference there, right? And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we have our own pace, and that's what it is.
That's a tough thing to come to grips with.
It is. And it's crazy, right? Because we think sometimes we get away from that.
I'm not good enough.
Right. I've had to, I've
We
had
can
that
provide
understanding.
excuses to ourselves all day.
Yeah, that's true too. There's people that will make all sorts of excuses and say, oh, well, this happened because of this, or this person did this. And, at the end of the day, things happen. Some things are out of our control, and some things we just don't have that ability.
His gear, his practice time, his this or that.
Right. Yeah, I remember people were saying things like, oh, well, you practice all day, or get out of your mom's basement, or, different things that were being said, or your IR is not representative of what you're doing here, you should be pro. And it's like, I waited probably 7 years to just get I don't know if it's 7, but maybe 5 to 7 years to just get a NAM championship in a certain league, because they would always have people that were probably pro level coming into AM championships, and they would always steal it, from guys. I don't want to say steal it, but I mean, that's the way the championship was set up. So I had to understand, that there were new drivers coming in, and they would take the AM championship very easily and move on to pro. So it took forever for me to get a NAM championship in a certain series like that. And when it happened, I felt very good about it. But I was asked if I wanted to go back to AM, the next season, just because.
Yeah, the stars have to align.
Yeah, and that's what it was, man. The stars had to align. Everything worked out, and it worked out. But you know, at the end of the day,
I constantly caught shit for running in the league at all. Like, go join a pro league.
dude, that pisses me off, because that to me tells me that other people are not putting in the effort. You know, there's AM and there's pro, and if you're in pro, you're in pro. And if people don't like it, then work harder at it. And if you don't make it, just come to the realization that some people just have that skill or talent, and some people put in extra work. That's what it comes down to, I think. Sometimes things just align too, right? So it is what it is. You know, I'm okay with being a backmarker pro now.
You've used half your fuel.
I have to lower my bar, but then again, I think, well, I've met my bar. Now I'm down here, and if it keeps going up, great. If not, you know, I have to be happy with my smaller goals now, which now my goals are to not be the last pro at the finish line. And,
Exactly.
You know,
it's all relative. The bar
Yeah.
has to move.
relative. Exactly. And the guys that don't realize that are always they're not gonna be content with anything. And when you start laying blame on other things instead of looking at yourself and accepting yourself and what's going on in the situation, then I think that's when there's an issue, you know? Like,
Podium finish.
you
Nice one.
have to take responsibility, right, for certain things like that. Relative.
Sólido resultado.
100% agreed.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what it is, really. But yeah, it's crazy, right?
If you don't take responsibility, you can never address the core problem.
Exactly.
Or, you can't accept that you're where you're at. It's not somebody else's fault.
Exactly. I mean, sure, sometimes you can get wrecked out, but that's the other thing too, man. When some people just blame everyone else for the crashes, sometimes you don't have to be in the middle of that risky situation, right? Sometimes you just have to.
Or if you get wrecked
Accept
out
that.
90% of the time.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
Maybe it's not always everybody else, lol.
exactly. And that's what I started realizing. I remember you and I had that talk. Like, maybe I'm putting myself in this situation where I should know, like, going into it, there's going to be some risky guys there. There's going to be a risky situation. That part of the track, I should not be trying to go 3 wide. I should not be trying to defend so hard there if I know that guy's pace. You know, like, you have to think about it. If there's pit stops, use that to your advantage, right? Plan ahead. And that's what has really helped me when I haven't had the pace. So that's been something big, man. But yeah, I'm glad you stopped by, Terry. I think I'm gonna have to go and start a burn pile and go mow the lawn and do that stuff, you know, the fun stuff. But dude, I'm glad you stopped by, man. It's always good chatting with you, and it really
Yeah, GG's, man.
it helps to
Fun as
relax, you know.
always.
Yeah. Let me know when you get the shirt too, man. You know, I try to come up with something, and I try to also remove the background from the car, but it was really tough because the program I was using, it removed part of the wing of the car, and it was just really difficult. But we'll try to do more stuff in the future.
Oh yeah, didn't see anything yet.
Okay. Yeah, I think it just shipped not that long ago. They've been
Oh,
taking
it's
a while.
like a custom shirt? Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the greatest, but I wanted to do something nice for you. Just to
I
say,
thought it was just a Fritosport logo or something.
No, I try to do something different, but you know, it's like I said, it's tough. I'm still trying to learn these programs and work with it. But it was good fun, man. You know, and I just want to do something nice for you because I appreciate it.
You, brother.
Yeah, dude. Always, man. Always. You know, you're a good friend, and I appreciate everything you've done for not just me, but for everybody that we did all this stuff for. You know. You did so much for the league, providing the broadcast and all those kind of things, man. So that was huge. So just let me know when you get the shirt. And like I said, I'll try to make a better one soon. It just need to get a better angle of the car. So I'll probably pull up a replay and try to do it so that the wing doesn't get cut off. But all right, I better get to work on my honey-do list. So
Thanks, dude. Not
yeah,
a big
Terry.
deal.
Yeah, keep in touch, bro. Always happy
See
to
ya.
hear from you. Take care, buddy.
muted idle wind.
Radio check.
Double check your car setup.
Radio check.
Pit lane
Watch
speed
your
limit
speed.
is 60 kilometers per hour. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. We have 7 minutes to get the job done. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Track temps increasing. It's now 81 Fahrenheit. That's the end of the session, P3.
It's time to join the grid. Double check your car setup.
Minutes. Stay behind the safety car in the right lane. watch for the lights.